Manic episodes. What are manic episodes? Episodes in your life that when you what call it's called when your adrenaline takes over. And it becomes if it's in a fight, if it's in an argument, or if it's in your let's say you're cleaning that when your house one day and suddenly you just realize you have too much energy, you can't focus, and you can't breathe. It's called manic moments. The reason is that it's sometimes that when you get excited for something, your brain like that does a uh, adrenaline dump on you. It's like what cops happen when they go to shootouts or soldiers. You go automatic you go into the moment, you forget. Well, for normal people, it's called manic moments. Okay, we have manic moments. That's a normal thing that happens to you. That when you just, we call it, you get overwhelmed, and when you get overwhelmed, you panic, and you try to control the situation, and you can't. I had that moment before when I was cleaning the house. To that, I think I lost something. I think I lost a jewelry or something, and I went crazy. I looked around my room, and and I just I was so manic looking for that I can't think. So what I did is this: I just decided to lie down on the floor in a good carpet. And when you were on the floor, I took three deep breaths and two meditations, saying, "It's gonna be all right. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it." By doing that, I slowed down my heart rate. I slowed down my breathing, and also slowed down my brain. It happens, people, because sometimes we can't breathe. Because when people breathe, people breathing is just a second nature to people, but people forget when you breathe, you gotta breathe slowly. When you eat, you gotta eat slowly. And happens when you're overstimulated, and then you just realize something. Oh my gosh, I'm stress eating. I am getting into arguments. What do you do with these situations? If you feel like an attack is coming, like a manic episode is coming, take a deep breath, sit down, and close your eyes like what I'm doing right now. Meditate. It's gonna be all right. So it's gonna be solved. And most of all, it's not the end of the world. Because the reason is that we call this it's a stressful world out here we live in. And sometimes that we don't live by expectations, and it piles up in your brain. What do you do when that happens? Just realize one thing: every goal and every problem can be solved. Just knock it down in parity. Okay, I solved this problem. I solved this problem yesterday. Like yesterday, I was assigned a project by a client of mine. I finished it until Wednesday. I decided I divide the task in three groupings in three different days, and it worked. Same thing's gonna happen to you guys today. When you guys get overwhelmed by a problem like bills, employment, kids, just make sure you focus each problem a bit by bit at a time. The solution will come with you. The best solution I do is this: questions. I'm a Tony Robbins fan, and Tony Robbins said one thing. Okay, our brain is a computer. It is. If you do this, think of what the problem is, and your brain will find a solution. It will lead you to a solution, and it works. The thing that the jewelry I lost, I just focused on it. I need to find it. I need to find it. I found it, because our brain that doesn't what we call this is so distracted, it takes over our eyes sometimes, and also that adrenaline dump. So when you have adrenaline, you get nervous. You're like, oh, you can't listen, because the reason is that when adrenaline dumps to that, your cortisol levels and you're thinking of like a drowning thing. If that happens, breathe. Thank you. And please repeat the question. Can I I'm very sorry that I didn't listen to you. That's the cause of ADD, because ADD also that when you're excited you're like this. So you have to just need to slow down your brain. Take the pace. You take over. You are in charge of your mind. You control it. It's hard to believe, but we do. You just have to just say to your brain, "Hello, I am stopping right now. I am going to slow down, and I'm going to process it." That's why when I learned Wing Chun back then, we took a lot of breaks, because if you keep doing kata, if you take doing kata, guess what happens? Your brain is gonna get overwhelmed. You need the time to sit down and relax. When you sit down and relax, your brain catches up. That's why when you learn something slowly, digest it, then stand up, walk around, sit down again, and digest it again. I tell you something like that. It will take many times, that depending on the personality of yours, to learn stuff. But after a while, if you know how to control yourself, you know how to control the world around you. Okay? Helpful hints. It's humans are not perfect, guys. Even Churchill, my favorite hero, my favorite not hero, a politician. He had moments also. He was, because in his life, he had wrecks in his life. He had depression. He had, mistakes. People are human. Okay, remember, you are human too. You're not gonna be perfect all the time. Even the guy who's a perfect that or the girl's perfect, they're unhappy. Okay? Enjoy.